that should do it. Rumka 8 is not our problem anymore.
Did you destroy the comet?
Certainly not. I vaporized Rumka 8 instead.
You what?
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
Dragon Ball What Ifs are not so different than Dragon Ball fan mangas. They need to both be believable, and if the idea is outrageous, the idea itself needs to be believable in some way. It needs to feel real. Masako X knows this. He's been creating Dragon Ball What Ifs since before I was on this platform. He is probably one of the originals when it comes to Dragon Ball What Ifs, and he's come up with some great concepts throughout the years, including his own original Dragon Ball series, Dragon Ball R&R. But one of the ones that is the most popular and the most recent is What If Frieza Turned Good, and this is a playlist that is over 3 hours long. This is a beefy boy. He actually commissioned a Dragon Ball fan animation to give us all a taste of what this would look like in real time. So huge shout out to Masako X and the team behind Revelation F Frieza's Choice for creating this Dragon Ball fan animation. I'm gonna leave a link to this in the description below, and trust me, you're gonna want to stick around because this Frieza moment absolutely broke me.
Let me guide you there. I can give you the tools needed to.
Wait, birth? You mean they're already done?
There, that should do it. Rumka 8 is not our problem anymore.
Did you destroy the comet?
Certainly not. I vaporized Rumka 8 instead.
You what?
Didn't you hear? I evaporated it, turned it to hot steam, expunged it from existence. Now that comet has got nothing to collide with, and it can be on its merry way. It's out of our minds. Now, if you would excuse me, I am in desperate need of that drink.
This is a segment from episode 11 of the What If series, and this is giving me such Vindicator vibes. It's insane. If you guys don't know who Vindicators are, it's from Rick and Morty. It's an episode from Rick and Morty season 3, I think it is, or season 4, where they find these superheroes that they try to do good, they're trying to police the galaxy, but more often than not, they are way past that gray area, and they do a lot of sinister crap to keep the universe flowing, and also to make themselves out to be heroes. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. It seems like Frieza, in order to try to do good, is actually doing bad, and the rest of the team, who is probably the superheroes that are trying to save the planet, are just flabbergasted because Frieza's decision to save something wasn't to save the planet, it was to save the comet itself. That way the comet would not collide with the planet and be destroyed. So he saved something, but he didn't do the right thing. He didn't save life, he just saved a comet.
No way! You don't get to leave that easily. You killed thousands of people down there. You didn't even give them a chance to escape.
I had my reasons, crewman. I had a choice to make, based on Jukai's findings, and so I took it. We didn't have the luxury of time on our side. And before you say it, no. I could not move an entire planet. I may be strong, but I am not that strong. What I did was for the best.
Goku wouldn't have...
I am not Goku. As if I need to remind you again. Don't ever forget that. You are no longer in the company of your precious band of merry men. We people here are much more complicated. Now, stand aside, crewman.
This is some Homelander, some Kylo Ren, Thanos type of shit. This monologue, the explanation for it, why he destroyed the planet, everything feels so sinister and the vibe is extremely tense. Not to mention the artwork here is literally Shintani style. This is some grade A artwork. It is beautiful, and This obviously seems to be Yamcha since he knows Goku, and I like the fact that Frieza is in his mechanic form because we don't really get to see that much of Mecha Frieza except for a few episodes in Dragon Ball Z, so I'm glad that we have the Mecha Frieza here, not him coming back from the dead or him being golden or whatever, at least not now. I haven't seen the entirety of the series, but oh man, his decision to not basically stop the comet because it would be too late, essentially. Maybe he believes he stopped the comet, it would still destroy most of the planet. So instead, he decided to give the planet an easy way out. He vaporized them immediately instead of having them to go through a probably really painful death at either the comet being destroyed very close to their world or the comet colliding into their world and not destroying them very fast. He took the easiest route, which is similar to what Homelander did on the plane in The Boys. He took the route that was going to be the less painful of everything. It's just a quick evisceration, and that's exactly what's happening here. And his decision behind this means that he is the leader of this group. He is calling all the shots. Honestly, I could see an entire show of this animated, and I want it right now, Masako X. I want it now. Give it to me now.
Frieza log. Today has been a rather heavy one. After finding out that our prodigious young upstart was actually a sleeper agent for the Frigidarian Empire, I also had to contend with a decision I never thought I'd have to make, now no longer an emperor myself. 3 choices lay before me. Either stop the comet, destroy the planet, or let things happen without interference, as if we were never there. 2 choices were impossible in my view. If I stopped the comet, debris from it would have spread for millions of miles, potentially bringing death upon countless worlds and many billions of lives. Leave things alone? Even more chaotic. Combine comet shards, metallic shrapnel from the clamps, as well as the energy underneath it, desperate to escape for centuries. That would have led to all of us being destroyed, and even more billions lost. Perhaps trillions. No. I had to be careful with my choice. Erase the planet through pure energy. Turn it to vapor. It wasn't easy. But thanks to Kit's upgrades and my golden powers plus Master Pibara's teachings, I could make it work, with just seconds to spare. If I didn't have instant transmission on my side, then, well, it doesn't bear thinking about. But the loss of 10,000 souls at my hand is far more tolerable to swallow than perhaps tens of billions. Even then, it's not something I wished to do. It had to be done. Message ends.
Exactly what I thought was happening here, that he had basically a Kobayashi Maru of decisions, and this is something that we come back to time again as somebody who watches Star Trek a lot and understands that there are sometimes no-win scenarios, and that's exactly what this Frieza is up against. He seems to be the captain of the ship. He even has a log for himself, so he understands that he has to do what needs to be done, and there's a lot of backstory to this as far as the Empire and him not being an emperor anymore, him being outcasted, him still being in the mechanic state, and at the same time, we saw here he has the golden form, and only because he had the golden form, he was able to vaporize the planet with nothing left. Basically, there was nothing left at all. When you come to think about it, he's destroyed so many planets at this point, not really giving a shit whether debris went flying into space, destroying other planets, that this Frieza is a breath of fresh air because now he actually does care. And actually, if we look at Beerus as well, the destroyer, he destroys planets in a very similar way as Frieza. He doesn't really Hakai the planet to its extinction. He destroys it and leaves debris, leaves destruction, which is part of his name. So the fact that this Frieza really thought ahead and really wants to turn over a new leaf and be better than everybody else and make the hard decisions, it's great, honestly. I want to see a full series of this. This was a great watch, and Masako X, if you have any more of these or you're trying to make more, yo, hit me up, man, and I will absolutely back you up and I will promote it because this is great stuff, man. I want to see more of this story, but for those of you guys who want to know the entire story, I will have a link to that playlist in the description below as well, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. And the original video, always support the original creator. It's going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.